out of play. Ozone draw coming up for SCSU. Kleber, of course, was on the World Junior roster with Austin Bernovic and Colin Ralph. Injured Ryan Rosborough earlier this year with an open ice hit. Clean hit, by the way. I don't want to say anything about that.
Yeah, Kleber's a huge body, just a big presence for this Duluth Bulldog squad, a freshman who has a lot of room for growth, the Sabres draft pick, sitting at 6'5".
Huskies lose a draw again. Faceoffs early 3-0 in favor of UMD, who came in not a good faceoff team whatsoever. Huskies have it in their own end, though. Werner Miettinen now begins his escapade up ice with speed. Up for Barrett Hall, gets the touch on the puck, leaves it back for Reiners, who takes a shot. It goes off the end wall. Bernovic fresh out on the ice. He'll hold and corral and wire it low for Barrett Hall. Hall below the goal line near side. Pirouettes, tries to get past Aaron Pionk, not able to do so, but he'll fire one to the other side of the ice where Reiners will continue the cycle going. With some good stick handling, throws one off the side of the cage by the man they affectionately call Chino. And a little rest along the near side where a good conglomerate of students are controlling the dog pound right now, especially over a spring break is kind of a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, tickets were hard to come by this weekend. This crowd definitely not a sellout tonight, but tomorrow we're expecting a pretty packed building.
Yeah. Near side, Shagabe will push one up. Salquist converges. Huskies trying to work it free as here's Nick Ports. Ports and Salquist in on the forecheck. Force a turnover. Wiley below the goal line. Pirouettes now near side. He'll wire it low for Nick Ports. Ports collides with Aiden Dubinsky of the Bulldogs. Salquist now below the goal line. Some nifty moves by him. Gets it back to the point. Cycle near side Wiley. Wiley with room. Flutters one on. Ingram turns and shoots it. Saved by Guyon. Good to see Ingram trying to want to shoot the puck for the first time in a while. Now another centering feed comes in front. Ingram was there. It took a weird bounce, and Guyon had to fight that one off, I think, with his left shoulder.
Really good shift there from Nick Ports. He buried himself out in front of Guyon for that Ingram shot, and then he puts in a centering feed right in front of the young netminder to almost deflect it in on his own net off of a Bulldog. Ports coming off of a one-goal weekend last weekend. He knows his role, and he's playing it well.
Near side, Duluth with it in their own end. Mangini with speed, and Hill fans on the pass. Pretty appropriate that we get a duck there.
Yeah, I mean, not much that Mangini could do about it. Just kind of one of those awkward plays. The puck rolls behind your stick blade, but never looks good.
Caleb Thiessen out there for the first time tonight. He has the puck on his stick, gains red and dumps it in. Does what he's asked to do there. It'll find its way all the way across to Gallatin, who tries to thread one up middle, not able to do so. Good pass over to Gardner. He couldn't settle it, though.
Well, Gardner better be careful with the stick there.
Yeah, Ty Hansen trying to draw a penalty. Now stretch feed is dumped in by Harper Bentz. And a penalty upcoming here on the Huskies.
It's going to be on Gardner, yeah.
Gardner's going to go for a high stick, I think, is what the official ruling is.
Yeah, I mean, Gardner standing at 6'4". His stick at his shoulders is going to be right at the head of Ty Hansen, who stands at just 5'9". That's not Ty Hansen's fault. That's just a bad play from Damon Gardner, a guy who's coming off of a really productive and really good weekend against Denver. Tough to see him take a penalty this early.
Duluth's power play this season, 20.9%, 24 for 115. Husky penalty kill is 82.1%, 78 of 95 on the kill. Face-off is controlled by nobody yet, and then the Huskies will get it. Ashawn can't clear it, though, and he has the puck turned over by Mangini. Near side Plant with Lane, now down low. Back down to his brother, the other Plant. That's Zam. Zam, cross-ice feed, looking for a one-touch, not able to get it. Huskies trying to get on it. Arnott will take it away. He had a power play goal last week against Miami. Back to the point, Pionk. Near side, Zam Plant. Plant down low for his brother Max. Max with a lane, centering feed, comes in towards Posh, deflected off the stick of Ralph, but Posh steered it away. 14:40 to go in the first period, minute 20 to go on the power play. Max Plant protects, hands it off to Pionk. Pionk near side, tick-tack, no toe. Max Plant can't get the puck on his stick. Shagabe, back to the point, Plant. Plant, down low, Huskies desperately need a clear. They've got bodies chasing right now. Down low, bumper play in front, steered away, rebound is there. Posh is able to get it with his right pad, put it out of play. 14:19 to go in the first period. Both teams will change full-scale units. Thank you very much, Brian. Standing alongside St. Cloud State assistant coach R.J. Anga. Coach Larson told us pre-game that staying out of the penalty box is going to be integral. 8 minutes of penalties in that first period for you guys. That's got to feel a little bit disappointing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just definitely disappointing. I think there was a couple there that were more retaliatory. You know, our guys are feeling like they can't do anything and they can do whatever they want. The stick penalties for me are a little soft, but I mean, you should at this level be able to hold on to your stick, but again, stick lifts usually aren't called like that. But now they've set the standard, so the refs now it's up to them to call the same way now the rest of the way.
You guys allowed one power play goal, but in that whole, swath of power plays that they had, only giving up one kind of feels like a success, doesn't it?
For sure. I mean, that's a good power play with good players, and I mean, 5-on-3s, 4-on-3s for extended amounts of time. They're difficult. I thought our guys did a great job. They battled hard. They had to. We had some good face-off wins and clears, which certainly helped. But yeah, we've got to iron that out and play a clean period this next one, and play 5-on-5 or better.
All right, last question for you, Coach. What's the message to the guys in the locker room being outshot 13-2?
Well, a lot of that, obviously, they're at 5-on-3 for 4 or 5 straight minutes. They're going to, wind up a bunch of shots. So yeah, but now we get 5-on-5 or better. Get back to our game. We had the good 2-on-1 plays. As soon as we got out of the box, I thought our game picked up a little bit, obviously, and we just got to continue with that kind of pace and attack their net a little bit more.
Well, thank you very much, Coach. Good luck the rest of the way. Brian, back up. Thank you very much, boys. Down here, ice side with Huskies assistant coach Clark Custer. Clark, I guess the first kind of overall statement that I think I have, I don't know if you share the same sentiment, it felt like a much better start for you guys than yesterday.
Yeah, I think we're playing well, moving pucks up the ice, and just getting our feet moving offensively, which is the biggest key.
Yesterday, it took you guys a while to really throw the puck on net. In fact, you guys kind of had an issue kind of hitting the puck or hitting the net with the puck. Right now, 15 shots on goal. You're not really a big disparity in terms of total shots and then shots on goal. It was kind of the preaching to the choir in terms of coaches to players, just talking about, hey, throwing something at the net.
Yeah, I think that's certainly something we talked about is, hey, let's just get pucks and bodies to the net and crash the net and see what happens.
You're ahead of the finale of the 2-game set between the Rocks and Mankato Moondogs, here with Rocks right-handed reliever Casey Crawford. Casey, you're a Jayhawk this season. You found yourself with the Rocks. How have you enjoyed being with this pitching staff so far this season?
Well, the pitching staff, I feel like we've meshed well, gotten better every day, and just keep on coming out and performing for you guys,
And then kind of talk a little bit, about, this pitching staff, one of the nastiest, I would say, in the Northwoods League, being a part of that. I mean, you yourself, you've had a couple of really good outings in a row. How does it feel to, be in part of, one of the nastiest bullpens in the Northwoods League?
Feels good. I mean, iron sharpens iron, and me and the boys just get better every day and try to come out and win games, do our best. But right now we're on a cold streak, so we got to fix that real quick.
Rocks and Moondogs coming up at 6:35 p.m. We'll see you there on Granite City Sports Radio.
Time of year again. Some people love it.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Some people are saying we need to get rid of it. I don't care if we keep it or we let it go.
Some people hate it.
I don't like it. I think we should just have the same times always. There's no point in switching twice a year.
But nonetheless, daylight savings time is here. While opinions may vary, daylight savings time has been a topic of debate for years. Some states like Arizona and Hawaii don't observe it at all. But here, we still set our clocks forward every spring.
No, I'm cool with how it is right now, to be honest. I don't really have any real complaints. The time switch is a little weird here and there, but, it does fit with the mood of the day, so I can't really complain too much.
In a statement released through the Republican Party a number of months ago, President Donald Trump has said that daylight savings time is costly and inefficient to the United States of America, and he will do what it takes to outlaw it. From St. Cloud State University, I'm Alexander Fern, UTVS News.